You tune into the Sportscast with Brian, Craig, and Jeff. Give you all the sports news you need. We give you outspoken thoughts about all the headlines. We talk baseball, football, hockey, and more. No matter the topic, we cover it. Get ready for the show and keep it outspoken. Keep it outspoken. We keep it outspoken only on the Sportscast. Tune into the Sportscast with Brian, Craig, and Jeff. Give you all the sports news you need.
Hey guys, welcome in to the Outspoken Sportscast here. Talks on Tuesday. Trade deadline edition of the NFL came and it's gone. We're going to break those down for you. We've got a lot to cover here. Craig, how's it going, buddy?
Evening, how you doing?
Doing good, doing good. We got your NFL Week 8 recap. We got our power rankings. We have our picks for Week 9 as well coming up. We got the headlines of the week, and we're going to break down the major trade deadline deals in the NFL. All on the other side of this, guys. Stay tuned. All right, guys, welcome in. We got episode 165 here for you. Talks on Tuesday, trade deadline edition. It's a great time of year, and if your team made any picks, or any trades, or my team decided that they didn't want to do that, but we'll get into that in a little bit here. We're going to start off with your NFL Week 8 recap, and so. In our picks against each other, we both tied, and we decided to do a tiebreaker. We decided to take a tiebreaker of who could come up with the closest to the total score last night. And I chose 40, and you chose 32, and the score was like 45, and so I ended up winning, or 40. What was it? 40 something.
Yeah, it's too many damn points.
Which is funny because
it was 11 to nothing at halftime.
Well, my other buddy, I'm doing with him, I haven't won a single week. I'm like, man, I'm beating Craig. I haven't beat this guy once. It came down to points last night, and I chose 51 for him. I didn't remember what number I chose. Chose 40, ended up winning. I overshot it there. I don't know what's going on, but so all right, let's jump into the games. We had Thursday night football, Ravens Bucks. This is one that I thought the Bucks were going to win. This is one I got wrong. I'm not believing in the Bucks anymore. I thought maybe they would turn it around here, and they fall flat. I mean, only lost by 5, but at home to a Baltimore team that's gaining some traction there in their division. So
fire sale.
And you look at the Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers both this season, right? Been made fun of because they're not playing really good. But Tom Brady has weapons. I don't know what's going on. Aaron Rodgers has got nobody, so that's a big difference.
Yeah.
Broncos and Jags played over in London. 6:30 start time over. I think Denver. 7:30 start time in Denver. Jeff was up watching that game.
Coach saves his job for another week.
Yeah. They were losing this game quite a bit. Jeff texted me and said, "These refs suck." I'm like, "What are you talking about? It's 8 a.m. And he's like, Broncos are playing right now in London. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I'm playing Call of Duty, so I'm not really paying attention. But
I'm playing, look at my eyelids.
Yeah, Call of Duty. So, yeah, Trevor Lawrence stood up. The Broncos scored touchdown.
Love that guy. That should be a quarterback scout because that guy is terrible.
Trevor Lawrence comes in. on the drive to win the game, throws a pick on the very first pass, and that was just ball game.
Here you go. Let's not even make any suspense about it. Here you go.
Yeah. Well, it was a pretty nice play by the cornerback, but it was just not a good pass at all. But oh my gosh, there's some drama with this game. The Panthers go to the Falcons, and this was a back and forth game. I didn't think the Panthers had won the week before, beating Tom Brady. They come in after fire selling the whole team. They still have DJ Moore, and it comes down to a Hail Mary basically at the end of the game. DJ Moore makes a beautiful catch, a beautiful pass.
PJ Tucker throws a dime.
70 yards. That ball was like 65 to 70 yards in the air.
In stride, over the top of the defender, drop it in out of the basket, and then DJ Moore goes ham banana and takes his helmet off, and we got to kick the extra point from 49 yards, and he shankopotamuses it.
They get a penalty because DJ Moore took off his helmet, and there's some drama because the NFL says he should not have been fined because he was not on the field. He was out of bounds on the sideline. Like, he was out of bounds. And the rule states a player cannot take the helmet off on the field. But Tony Dungy pointed that out. So was it supposed to be called? Was it not supposed to be called? I don't know. But what I can tell you is he took off his helmet and he spiked it into the ground in celebration. It's probably, that's probably a flag right there just because of spike. Did a little too much. Brown pointed at two people and got penalized. It's the whole new don't want no taunting flag. So I don't know.
You say that, but now that I'm thinking about it,
what's the rule?
Diggs in the
Saints walk off
took his helmet off and threw it against the back padding of the end zone and spiked it and that was never a penalty.
Time on the clock though.
Huh?
That was it. There was no time on that play. There was no time, right?
On the clock. I mean, it was just an overtime walk off, but there was still time on the clock. They still had. I mean,
you're not settling for a field goal.
I guess not. There's no extra point. I guess they never kicked an extra point, but
there's
still
no extra point. Well, and then the Panthers had a chance to win it in overtime, and the kicker missed again.
And he shankopotamus is that a closer one. So I mean, you can't fully blame DJ Moore, but I was really hoping those antics got him traded today to the Dallas Cowboys. Is what I was really hoping.
I wish Green Bay would have got him. That was the wide receiver I wanted.
It's the one guy that they stuck fast and said they weren't going to get rid of. They said they weren't going to get rid of the pass rusher, and they did to the Rams.
But I'm interested to see that ruling because if he's out of bounds, is it technically?
I don't exactly know where he was when he first took it off. I think he was still in the end zone when he took it off.
Bears get annihilated by the Cowboys. We went to Boomer Jacks with some boys from work and watched this pathetic of a game. Bears got back into it. But
it was amazing. It was Rain Dakota Prescott telling all you people that said Cooper who and showing you why he's the backup.
Look, you played the Bears. You did what you were supposed to do. That's it. That's a good game.
Out there throwing rockets around.
On a very terrible defense of the Bears, yes.
Kudos. Who New England just trounced the week before.
What?
But they've beat other teams.
My response is, we suck. We beat the Bears. You did what you're supposed to do. Let's see this against Philadelphia. Let's see this against a good team. That's all I'm saying. The Bears suck, though. And every time they try to get back into it, they fumble the ball. The quarterback doesn't touch Parsons. Like, that was the most boneheaded play of the week.
He just jumps over him like he did, like he was avoiding the plague.
Yeah, it's afraid of something. Afraid of, I don't know what, but Dak did look good. They get the job done, 49-29. Dolphins come back in this one to beat the Lions. The Lions just don't know how to win. I don't know. I don't know what it is. They just don't know how to win. That's just it. They're up. They went out to 14-point lead in this game, and the Lions came back. Vikings take care of business at home against the Cardinals. Cardinals are 3-5.
That guy's going to get fired.
Yep. Kingsbury, just like most of the NFC, 3-5. Raiders get shut out against the Saints. Shut out. Did not score a single point.
Josh McDaniels is about to get fired. Speaking of firing people.
And he's got to be this offensive guru.
And you have Devontae Adams, and that was supposed to be why they came, was now I have the offense of the century, and they have not put it together. I don't know who is McDaniels calling plays. Like, I don't know what is going on.
That would be my guess if you're an offensive guru.
Like, Adams had 1 catch for 3 yards and a fumble. Like, what?
And if you're not calling plays, you figured you'd say, hey, I'm calling plays from now on because I can do better than this. They have Renfro. They have Waller. They have Adams. Derek Carr's last year had a really good season. This season, he doesn't look very good. Doesn't look very confident.
I'm not sure. I haven't really watched him that closely to see if it's the offensive line not giving him time or what. I don't know.
To me, he looks a little lost from the highlights I've seen against the Saints and the defense. He looked lost out there.
Yeah.
Holding on to the ball way too long. But Patriots beat the Jets 22-17. Zach Wilson threw a couple picks. He looked like his rookie self there. Hopefully they turn it back around to the winning ways. Patriots are hit or miss. They'll win 1 week. They'll get blown out by the Bears. It's
Mac Jones did play the whole game, so no zappy hour.
It's way too early to give up on that guy. He made it to the playoffs last year.
Made the Pro Bowl. Like, I don't know why we're giving up on him.
Eagles take care of business. Stop the Steelers 35-13. A.J. Brown went off. He had 3 touchdown catches in the first half. I owe Jalen Hurts an apology. I owe him an apology, man.
Steelers.
Ooh. Hey, that defense is good. That's the only thing they got, except J.J. Watt's hurt. But I'm more intrigued about Kenny Pickett calling out his offensive players on the. What are you doing, dude?
Not going good.
You're a rookie. There's already rumors that he lost. He's losing the locker room. They don't really respect him. I'm like, dude, shut your face. You're a rookie. You cannot come out here with no skins on the wall after game 2 and start calling out your offense. That's absolutely dumb. And I guarantee you their head coach pulled him aside after that and said, hey, you probably should keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
Titans handle business, barely beat the Texans 17-10. Texans have fought this year. They've been in some games, but
I hope they fight one more time and give the Eagles their first loss. Team.
I doubt it, but
big Texans fan.
I doubt that, but we'll see. This year's been anything can happen this season. Anything. Horrible matchup between the Commanders and the Colts, and Taylor Heineke ruins what's his face's Sam Ellinger's
debut of being a starter.
They were winning all game, pretty much, and McLaurin came down with the most beautiful grab you've seen this season. Do you
hear why the Colts decided they were not starting Matt Ryan anymore?
Why?
So he wouldn't get injured. So he wouldn't get injured, because if he's injured for next year, they owe him a bunch of money if he gets injured. So they, rather than take the risk of him getting injured and them having to pay him, they're not going to play him so he doesn't get hurt, and then they can cut him.
I
was like, why is the players union not filing a grievance on that?
I saw his TikTok the other day, and he was like, I feel bad for Matt Ryan. And I'm like, well, he's not very good. But he pointed out he's the most sacked quarterback in the NFL. He was told, you come here, we got a great running game, we'll protect you, we got a good defense. And none of that's been true this year.
Yep.
None of that. His offensive line's been garbage. I said, okay, maybe I can give Matt Ryan a break. But I think does he hang him up after the season? Who takes him after this? Who? I don't. And I might not have a quarterback next year. Aaron Rodgers probably retire. But McLaurin made a beautiful catch down at the 1. Heineke runs it in. They win the game 17-16. 49ers trouts the Rams 31-14.
Garoppolo owns the Rams.
Undefeated against the Rams. Yeah, this This is in LA. This is really bad. There's something wrong with the Rams.
The Christian
McCaffrey's 60-yard ball.
Or trifecta. He throws one, he runs for one, and then he catches one.
Yeah, that's the first time it's been done in like forever.
Yeah.
The Panthers probably saw that pass and said, "Damn, we had a quarterback the whole time, didn't even know it."
Yeah.
60-yard bomb.
Ask the Browns how that worked with Murray Cooper pass.
Oh, I didn't even see that pass, but apparently
you don't want to.
He was trying to throw it out of bounds.
Yeah, there was one guy over there, and he was wearing orange and had black stripes in his helmet. That was it.
Giants lose to Seattle. I predicted Seattle to win this game. I got that one right. My buddy thought I was weird. I was like, no, Seattle's been playing really good this year. Geno Smith looked decent. And the Giants only scored 13 points. At the end of the season, Craig, I'm going to have to go on an apology tour because I totally killed Pete Carroll, and it looks like Russell Wilson was their problem.
They talked about you on the radio this afternoon. Anybody that was a doubter of Pete Carroll was like, eh.
Yeah, I need to write some apology letters and send them out in this season. Packers lose to the Bills. I woke up. I went to sleep. Didn't even watch the game. Okay, because first our schedule. Second, it was going to be a blowout.
The Josh Allen. You don't want to watch the Josh Allen revenge tour run through.
No,
town.
But I woke up. Got a text. Woke up. Checked the scores. 24-7.5. I said, "Yep." Went to bed, woke up, and said, damn, we only lost by 10? That's a moral victory in my books. I got a buddy, Ryan, said, oh, well, the Bills got conservative. My other buddy, as a Packers fan, said, this is the best game we played all year. Our defense picked off Josh Allen twice, played really good in the second half. So I'll take it moving forward. Give me a little slight chance of hope. Bengals get trounced by the Browns 32-13. Now, I woke up this morning. I said, man, who won the game last night? I look. I thought the Bengals won. I swore my eyes said Bengals won. Okay, cool. And then I checked again because I was like, wait, what's the total score? And I checked again. I said, Browns dominated in that like that? Holy crap.
Yeah, it was 11-0 at halftime, and then the Browns went it was 25-0, and then from my drive from the bowling alley to home, it became 32-13 somehow.
Ja'Marr Chase missed that bad. They have other weapons. I don't know.
I think it is that though, because he gives you an element that the over the top element, there's you just that side of the field you don't have to worry about. If they don't have anybody other than Tyler Boyd, they really have no threat. So you could basically just they're one-dimensional now instead of having two or three.
And the rushing attack has been
the offensive line, they got sacked 5 times last night, and I think that was generous because I saw a couple more.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and go into the power rankings. Mine didn't change much.
Mm-mm.
Okay. We both had the Bills at 1. Yes, Chris?
Yes.
Chiefs at 2.
Yes.
Eagles at 3.
Yep.
I got the Vikings at 4.
Cowboys.
You got the Cowboys at 4? Who'd you have last week at 4? Do you remember?
Yeah, I had the Vikings. I had the Vikings and then the Giants. But the Giants lost and the Cowboys won, so I just moved Dallas up, and I'll put Minnesota at 5.
5. Okay, I got the Vikings at 4. Those 4 stayed the same for me. Last week I told you the Dallas Cowboys were about 6 or 7. They're number 5 right now. Yeah, they played an easy team. The Bears do suck, but they handle business. A lot of times in the past, the Cowboys have played up or down to their opponent. And they went in, handled business, and won by 20 points. So, yeah, I got to give them a little bump up there. The Vikings won. The Eagles, I'm waiting until they play someone really good and can show us they do it against a good team to move them up. Maybe I think they're better than the Chiefs or the Bills. No, but the record says they're undefeated. So,
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, that schedule doesn't get really any harder until you start to play the East. You got to play the Giants twice. You got to play the Commanders once. You got to play Dallas once. So,
we got a comment.
Bills, Eagles.
Ultimate Scouting, welcome in. Thank you for joining the show, guys. He has the Bills, the Eagles, the Chiefs, the Vikings, the Cowboys. So it's interesting because we all have the same 5 teams. They're just put in a different order.
Yeah.
And I can't. You can't argue with the Eagles at 2. You can't
argue
really. With them at 1, really. I mean,
no. So you could see it that way. And they have that was a pretty good win over what was an impressive defense. I mean, the defense has been pretty impressive for Pittsburgh all year. I don't think the Texans give them any real threat, and so your only games are going to be the 4 against the East. So we'll see.
We'll see, and then are you really? I'm not really buying the Giants. I'm not buying the Commanders.
No, I think the Giants can very easily have 3 more losses. They lose to the Eagles twice. They lose to the Cowboys once. There's 3 more losses, and now they've got 5 or 6 losses just like that. So that team could very easily face some adversity, And I don't know if Philadelphia has to play Tampa or not. I know we did, but I'm not sure if they have to play Tampa or not.
I'll look that up. I'll look at their schedule right now. Going forward, they just beat the Steelers. They got the Texans. They got the Commanders. They got the Colts. Those are 3 easy games. They got Green Bay. It depends on what Green Bay team shows up. You got Tennessee, the Giants again, the Bears, and then the Cowboys on December 24th. All those games are pretty much winnable until you get to the Cowboys. Pretty much. It depends on which way the Packers go.
And the Giants, are the Giants really that good?
They play in New York at home. That'd be tough for them. And then after that, they got the Saints, and then the Giants again in the last game. So, I mean, I'm not saying 17-0, but they could win 15 games this year. Realistically, with that schedule. But thank you, Ultimate Scouting. And guys, thank you for taking your time. If you're watching this episode or listening to the podcast, we appreciate you. If you want to get on our show, and comment live, go to our YouTube channel, Outspoken Sports. All right, guys, we're going to jump into our picks. Our picks for week 9. And started off Eagles, Texans. That's an easy one. I don't think anybody is taking the Eagles or the Texans in that game. So we will go ahead and move on down. We got the Chargers traveling to Atlanta, and this ought to be an interesting game. The Chargers, they just coming off a bye. They usually don't live up to their expectations. The Falcons have been playing hard this season. They've fought with some teams and beat some teams, quite frankly, I didn't think they'd beat.
They have been better at home as well.
They have been better at home. I'm going with Justin Herbert, though. This team is too talented to lose this game. If they play the Falcon, if they play, the Chargers are an interesting team. I got the Chargers over the Falcons.
As much as I would love to pick Mariota, I have to go with the Chargers. They're the better football team.
Dolphins, Bears, easy one. Give me the Dolphins.
Yep.
Bengals, Panthers. Panthers is a team that you thought they were trading away everybody, and they, were going to be easy wins, but they've been coming out and fighting. They should have won the game last week against Atlanta, but I got the Bengals.
And the Bengals looked broken last night after having a couple very good games, but give me Cincinnati.
Must-win game for the Packers. I'm calling it. If they lose this game, your odds are. I mean, it's completely over for the Green Bay Packers if they lose to Detroit. In my opinion, this is a must-win for me. I think we get it on the road in Detroit. They always play us tough, though. I got Packers winning this game.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah, I would love the Lions to start the year. I loved them, but they just seem to get to the end of the game and somehow find a way to.
Yeah, they look. They don't pit 4 quarters together.
Not to finish.
Don't pit it. Raiders go to Jacksonville. I got the Raiders winning this one. That was a coin flip for me. It could go either way. What a terrible game that's going to be.
Yeah, I can't pick Trevor Lawrence, so give me the Raiders.
Colts, Patriots. Colts win this one easily. Patriots win this one easily, in my opinion.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That one. Yeah, give me the Pats.
Now, this one's going to be a good game. Bills versus Jets. Are the Jets for real? We're about to find out if they're for real or not. I thought about picking the upset pick here of the week, but I just Josh Allen train keeps on going, and we both got the Bills there. Vikings and Commanders, another easy one for me at least.
Give me
Vikings.
Minnesota.
You got Seattle and Arizona.
Seattle.
I got Seattle as well. Rams and Bucks, and this was a coin flip for me. I got the Rams winning on the road. Last time I trusted Tom Brady or picked him, he lost to the Ravens.
Give me Tom.
Tom Brady. I might change that. I don't know. Night Shadow says Raiders are going to lose. They could. I have no belief that the Raiders can beat anybody right now. But Jacksonville, I don't trust them either. That's a coin flip game for me.
I can't trust
50-50.
Trevor Lawrence. I throw the ball to the other team, Lawrence.
We got Tennessee headed into Kansas City. To me, it's an easy one. Kansas City beats the Titans.
Yeah.
And then you got Ravens at Saints. And I got the Saints winning this game. I think the Ravens fall off. They're a hit or miss team. They don't string wins together for me. I just don't believe in the Ravens as much, and I'm going to go with the Saints. They've been playing pretty good this season with being the Red Rifle as their quarterback, and it's at home, and weird things happen there in Louisiana. So
give me the Ravens.
Give me the Saints. So there's 2 picks we got different. It's all going to come down to that this week. So we'll see who's right there. What do we got next? All right, let's look at the NFL trade deadline. And let's see. Oh, of course, I click over here, and it's the article's not there no more. Here we go. All right, trade deadline. Did your team get who you wanted? Did your team make any kind of moves? Did you think they got someone that could help them out? Night Shadow says, let's see. They said they either do great the first half and fuck up the second half. You know what? I feel like my team's the same way. I'm a Green Bay Packer fan, obviously. Can't put a complete game together. They don't put 4 quarters together. And last week the Raiders didn't even show up. I mean, he put 0 points up. Against the Saints, and like I said, Saints have been playing decent this season. They've beat some teams they probably shouldn't have. My problem. Night Shadow, can you answer this for us? Is your head coach calling the offense? Daniel's there. Is he calling? He's supposed to be the offensive guru. Is he calling the offensive plays? Let us know. I'm not sure if he is. I think he is, and if so, that's not a good sign because I don't know what to do to unlock that offense. They've got the talent. That's the most frustrating thing with, I think, the Bucs fans and the Raiders fans is they have the talent. My excuse is we got no wide receivers. Our offensive line isn't that good.
Yeah, 2 running backs, and that's it.
That's it. So at least we have that excuse. I could also say, though, that Aaron Rodgers is supposed to be an elite quarterback. We're supposed to make those better around him. So we'll see if that happens at the end of the season. We can make a run, but let us know that answer, Night Shadow, if you have it for us. We're going to jump into the trade deadline here, though. And there were some big names that were moved today. Let's see here. Let's go on the list. We got that says they talked the trade talk. I don't want to talk for trade talk. Okay, I want to see what happened. Well, the Chiefs added a wide receiver early, though. They added Kadarius Toney from the New York Giants a couple days ago. That was before today. And that guy, watching his college film, fantastic. Couldn't bring him down. He breaking tackles, breaking ankles left and right, but he's kind of a head case. He is kind of a guy that you don't know if he's going to make it or not because he can't. They say he's a knucklehead kind of guy, and so we'll see if anybody can turn him around. It's Andy Reid. Use him with Patrick Mahomes. You add another weapon there for him. I mean, rumors are that they're the odds-on favorite to get Odell Beckham, and if they add him too, you might as. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I heard something about the Niners. I just don't know Kansas City's salary cap, and I also heard that OBJ is very you have to show him how much you have to put some party, roll the red carpet out, and like they're saying that the Rams still have his locker with his name plate up there, to show him how much they love him or whatever. So I don't know if that's the case or not, if he's that much of a prima donna or not, that you have to actually prove yourself to deal. If that's the case, I don't have to worry about Dallas getting him because, they're not going to do that. That would be a deadly combination if they got him. I heard something today about the 49ers being the leader in the clubhouse and what that would do to that offense now with McCaffrey and add OBJ to the mix. That would be sick. I'm disappointed in Dallas for not making any moves down the deadline.
Well, you got your, Jonathan Hankins, right?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
How'd that work?
Not very good against the Bears.
Yeah, 200 yards still. So, the good thing is you're only going to face one running quarterback in the playoffs because the guy from Minnesota and Garoppolo and all those guys are not going to be running anywhere. You'd have to face Daniel Jones and Hurts would be about all you'd have to face. So,
let's see. I didn't know James Robinson from the Jaguars went to the Jets. So that's that's pretty interesting pick there. We had the Christian McCaffrey trade. Obviously, we talked about that already in another episode. Robbie Anderson gets sent away to the Cardinals. I think, whatever. Today's trades, though. Yeah. Today's trade, you got, actually, this was yesterday's trade. Roquan Smith. That was yesterday, right? Yeah. Roquan Smith gets traded to the Ravens. I thought he was going to play out the season. They ended up trading him away. He wanted a new contract. He wanted to stay with Chicago. Chicago said, we're not going to pay you that much. So
I think he gets a new contract.
Defense. He's got to. If the Ravens, this is kind of interesting though, because the Ravens, if they don't sign him back, he walks, and they gave up a linebacker and a second and a fifth rounder to the Bears for nothing, and then you haven't signed your quarterback. You're probably going to franchise tag Lamar Jackson and pay Roquan Smith there. So, Lions trade T.J. Hawkinson to a division rival.
That makes no sense.
The Vikings. Dumb decision. I don't know why he didn't work out there. I don't. Are they in complete tank mode now?
Fire their secondary coach as well to go with it. But I don't know why you would. Most people don't want to trade a player into the same conference, let alone the same division where you got to face him twice a year. That makes no sense. Maybe they don't respect the guy. Maybe they don't whatever. Yeah, I guess.
I guess so. I just don't. And then the Bears, who completely are just kind of tanking as well, go out and they sent a second round pick to the Steelers for Chase Claypool. And I guess this is a guy they see as their future because the Bears are set up well. They have over $90 million to spend next season. Over 90.
Yeah.
They have a young quarterback who seems to be better than he was last season. He's getting the hang of things. I'm not saying he's that great of a quarterback, but he looks to be a little deadly with his legs. And if he can come around, they might have something there in Chicago. But they got over $90 million to spend. So this guy is obviously a guy they think is going to be around on their team for a while if they wouldn't have got him. Bradley Chubb and a fifth rounder headed to Miami. And in return, they get a running back and a first and a fourth round pick. Now, this one shocked me. I did not think they wanted to get rid of their only pass rusher. But I talked to Jeff on the phone, and he says this is something he saw coming. The fan base is not shocked. He saw this coming a mile away, and he's not been the player they thought he was, and he's been dealing with some injuries. I just don't. You get a first-round pick, so that's good, right? I just don't know what else you have at pass rushers right now. You don't have Vaughn.
No, you don't
have
Vaughn,
Chubb.
Yeah.
Chubb, he really had no one on the other side, so you could just double team Chubb and take him out of the game, and that was my biggest argument. I don't like it for a team who's supposed to be contending now, but as you can see, the Broncos haven't lived up to expectations.
No, absolutely not. We thought the offense would take a little to get going, and Russ has been down, and that they just haven't been the team we thought they'd be.
Calvin Ridley gets traded for a fifth rounder and a fourth round pick to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trade someone while they're suspended. I don't know. I don't know if we've ever seen it. Have we ever? No, I haven't seen it.
Nothing I know of. Not too many people. Deshaun was traded before the suspension. He was suspended with his new team, but he was already traded before the suspension came down.
And other than that, that's all the big names, really. That's all the big names that we've had on the board go. And look, for talking Packers, did I want them to go get a wide receiver? Yes. Did I think they will? No. So they don't do these type of things. And you talk to LaFleur, and it's always, well, if the right situation comes around. If the right situation, screw the right situation. If you're all in, you go and you make big moves, and you maybe overpay a little bit to say this guy's going to come in here and turn us around. You need a weapon. You need a veteran wide receiver that's a weapon for Aaron Rodgers right now, and they didn't go get it. So they're hoping. I'm guessing they're looking at their players and going, we're gonna move forward with this, and this will work out. But I just don't think it will. But
yeah,
Cowboys don't go get anybody either. They were talking about wide receiver possibly helping out because Gallup hasn't been all he's supposed
wide
to be.
Wide receiver or a defensive back, maybe because Anthony Brown hasn't been able to cover a fire hydrant and out there what he's doing. So maybe somebody to take that other outside corner and be like Diggs and lock that down. But we'll see. Nothing really comes of it, and here we are. We're just going to go with what we got.
At Night Shadow earlier when I was reading it, I read this again, this comment. They either do great the first half, and he might have been talking about, I guess he's a Jacksonville fan. He might have been talking about his Jacksonville. I took it as he was talking about the Raiders. Maybe. So I do want to apologize if that's the case there. All right. That is your power rankings, or not power rankings. Why does it say power rankings? I just didn't change it. Sorry. That was your trade deadline moves. There's a couple big players. You had some wide receivers moved. Nothing like super great there, but I just wasn't from Pittsburgh. Decent, but he's one of those taller, lanky kind of guys.
Yeah.
All right, let's head to the headlines. I have two headlines right off the bat, and then we could. I didn't add the Major League Baseball game getting postponed. We talk about that too, but big news in the NBA as Steve Nash is out in Brooklyn, and they fired him. I think this is only a matter of time, especially if they started off slow, which they have. When you have from the stories we've heard that have come out about him that Kyrie Irving disrespecting Steve Nash the way he has, Kevin Durant saying, hey, the head coach and the GM need to go or I'm not here. I don't see how you can walk back into a locker room and have respect for each other enough to get over it. Get over your egos and put it out there on the court. And this is just a matter of time, in my opinion. I'm not shocked by it. Is Steve Nash, this is his first head coach job? Is this does this ruin him?
Second.
As a head coach?
I thought. Maybe not.
Go look it up. Real quick. I don't, maybe he was a coach somewhere else on the bench, but I don't think he was ever a head coach. But regardless, does this situation does it kind of send him packing? Does he go, hey, I'm going to go retire. I don't want to deal with these prima donna NBA stars that they have, because he had two head cases in Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. I don't know. We'll see if he has another job. They fell short of their goal last year and wasn't looking too good. Wasn't look too where they want to be this season so far, I guess. But
yeah, it looks like you're right. I guess I'm thinking about somebody else.
Okay.
Maybe Kidd.
Yeah, Kidd was the Lakers, or he was with the Nets and the Bucks and the Lakers, and now he's with Dallas. But and apparently they've already hired the Boston head coach that was suspended.
He had to have resigned from Boston this afternoon because he was suspended. It was not an NBA suspension, but he was still on their payroll. So I'm assuming he had to go in and tell them when all this started breaking that he resigned, and then he could go sign with the Nets. And
this happened so fast. It makes me think they already had this plan. Hey, if we fire Steve Nash today, will you take this job? And to me, that seems like a tampering case might be around the corner.
It does,
because it was fire Steve Nash. We hired what? How have you had these conversations?
Yeah.
What's going on? That does not add up.
No,
at all.
When I heard that this afternoon, I'm like, is that for next year? And then they said no, he's going to start right tomorrow.
Because I thought when you told me that, I thought it was a rumor, and you're like, no, it's a done deal. I'm like, done deal? Steve Nash got fired. He probably helped Steve Nash load his box up in the car.
Oh, yeah. What do we do? He said, here, let me dump mine out, and you can just use this box and load it up.
Yeah. He sat down, the seat's still warm. Like, oh, man.
Yeah, 100%. And who's to say that this guy doesn't have more coming with the NBA if they investigate this other investigation? There was rumor that he would never coach again. Not only did he coach again, he's coaching before the season's done. So
I'm gonna laugh if he coaches a couple games and the NBA investigates it and it turns into a big thing and he's suspended the all year, and then the Nets are looking like a fool.
Yeah.
We can call, looking like the Cleveland Browns over here with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, hiring suspended guys.
It's just I'm flabbergasted with this.
Yeah.
Insane.
That was not the move I expected them to make. I figured they'd go with an interim guy, finish the year. They went right in. So
this had to be. I wonder if this was.
Definitely looks premeditated. Definitely looks like they called him and talked to him, and that's.
And who was it? Was it the GM? Was it Kevin Durant? Maybe Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving called him up and said, "Hey, this is what's going to happen." They went into the owner's office and said, "It's him or me," and they said, "Okay, we'll give you the head coach." I don't know. And then the owner came out over the offseason and said, "No, I'm keeping her. I'm keeping the head coach. I'm keeping her GM." So I'm wondering. What's happened in the 6 games this season?
2-5.
That's changes. Yeah, but
2-5, and the team looks like they quit on him. I mean, they're basically out there just going through the motions, and so the owner's like, all right, if that's what you're gonna do, then I have to fire him because all you guys are doing is just out here going through the motions.
Yep. Okay, this one's really ridiculous. Michigan plays Michigan State, beats them. You have 2 players from Michigan go down. I don't know if this is back in the locker rooms. It looks like kind of like a tunnel.
They use a universal tunnel at the big house.
Okay.
Both teams come out of the same tunnel.
Michigan State players assault Michigan players. 2 of them, right? There's 2 of them. They get beat up. I mean, if you go watch the videos, this guy's getting attacked by 6-7 guys. And he can't even.
Mm-mm. But what bothers me is the coaches that are standing there that don't really do anything, and the state police, Michigan State Police, that are standing there and don't do anything, and now they want, Harbaugh saying charges need to be filed, and I don't know if they ever will. Michigan State did suspend 4 guys today. I'm assuming for the rest of the season, but I'm not sure.
They suspended him. I read the article. It said they suspended him until investigation is over.
Okay.
Now, my thing is this is absolutely cannot happen. The NCAA needs to step in here, and I mean, this is serious enough for me to say scholarships are gone. This is absolutely asinine. This cannot happen. And if the NCAA doesn't come down here and drop the hammer on at least the 4 guys they suspended, there should have been a couple more people in there. This cannot happen. This is I know people, it's just a game. I get it. There's a lot on the line, but that's absolutely insane. Guy can't walk past the team without getting beat up, jumped down the tunnel. This is something the NCAA has to drop the hammer on because it cannot be allowed. Period.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Period. That's just insane to me. And Harbaugh's.
And if you find out the Michigan guy instigated it and whatever, then throw him right in the mix of it, But it doesn't appear from the video that it did.
No, I mean, this is John Harbaugh said. Just look at the video; it's pretty clear cut. And this is something that the world and in general needs to take a lesson from, because I don't care if Michigan player went and called you a name. I don't care. You cannot physically assault someone. If I go to a bar and call someone a name and he punches me in the face, well, that guy assaulted me. It doesn't matter what I said. That's not the mentality of most nowadays. People are like, well, you said that, so you get to get punched in the face. That's not how that works. Doesn't matter what he said. There's probably some trash talk going on. You just jumped him, and I didn't see a coach in there, so that's even more shocking.
Yeah, I think the coach was the one that took the video.
Oh my gosh, I didn't see the coach, or that's absolutely crazy. Because if I'm a head coach, I'm a coach in general for a school, I'm stopping that instantly and going, what the hell are we doing?
Yeah,
and then this is acceptable.
Yeah, no, and then the state trooper was behind him, and he kind of held that one guy like, you need to come talk to me, but that's it. He wasn't in there, breaking it up. It was very disappointing. And kind of clouds a good win, I mean, it's so.
And now here's a question for you, Craig, and I'm trying to tell Eric from work. And I'm going to ask you this question because he doesn't believe me. If TCU goes undefeated, do you think they're going to make the playoffs?
50-50?
Because I told
it will depend on the SEC and how that works out. If Bama beats Georgia and Georgia beats Tennessee and everybody only has one loss, then TCU's in trouble. If you can get a couple of those to have, if Georgia can beat Bama and that's 2 losses and you're out, and somebody can beat Tennessee again and Tennessee can have, or Georgia beats them and then beats them again in the SEC championship game, then they have 2 losses. But if you got a bunch of one-loss SEC teams, TCU might be on the outside, win the Big 12, and be on the outside looking in.
That's what I told Eric. I said, look, TCU could go undefeated, and Alabama could have 1 loss. They're going with Alabama because TCU is not a big school like that. They're not in the SEC.
Watch tonight. Tonight's the first meeting of the minds of the power conference or whatever it is at the Gaylord down there, and I would be willing to bet TCU is 7 or 8.
Well, I have the top 6 right now. They already have the college football playoff top 25. They have the top 6 out. Tennessee, number 1.
Shut your mouth.
Number 1 is Tennessee. Number 2, Ohio State. Number 3, Georgia. Number 4, Clemson.
What?
Number 5, Michigan. And number 6, Alabama.
Where did Clemson come from? Who have they beaten?
I don't know. I don't know how you have Clemson above Michigan, Alabama. Undefeated, I guess.
I understand how they're above Alabama, Michigan hasn't lost.
Tennessee, though, that's a big jump to number 1. They are good,
I heard that today. I heard them say that was the possibility.
They are good,
where did Clemson come from? Beating Wake Forest? That's a thing now?
So that's that. Yeah, that popped up there.
Michigan's already beat Penn State and Michigan State. Wow. But like I said, top 6 and still no TCU.
Exactly, and Craig and Austin or me and Austin were talking about. And Eric was like, "No, bro, they'll get in." I'm like, "No, bro, you don't understand. This doesn't work like that. College football does not work that way.
You can't jump 5 teams, apparently, unless your name is Tennessee.
Tennessee, yeah, they gave them a gracious jump, and they look good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but not over Georgia. Georgia's beat everybody in front of them.
Georgia plays them this week, don't they?
Yeah.
We're gonna find out. 2:30 on Saturday. That's gonna be my game. That's a must watch for me.
Yeah.
So World Series Game 3 got rained out last night, so they will play tonight. So
yeah,
tonight at 7.
And so now you have no off day. You're gonna just go roll into it, and
which sucks for the players.
Yeah. Well, and it sucks for Fox because Fox was going to air Thursday Night Football, the Eagles game, and now they can't because they have a commitment to the World Series. So if you're in Philly and you're a Philly fan, good luck trying to find that game.
Yeah,
because
well, World Series trumps the Texans, and you know what I'm saying. I hope Phillies win. They won Game 1. I said, okay, we got a chance.
They won after being down 5-0. That was a big win. Justin Verlander's World Series ERA is not what the regular season ERA is. Talk about a guy who does not.
It's like Clayton Kershaw, you know.
Yeah, sure. October Verlander is very susceptible.
But do you have any more headlines for us, Craig? Because that's all I got. Anything else you could think of?
No. Well, you got. Well, I'll cover that later in the week in the hockey.
Thursday. Yeah, Craig does his Craig's hockey hat trick on Thursday nights, and so if you're a hockey fan, which I'm a hockey fan, we're keeping up with the Dallas Stars. Craig gives you the breakdown of the NHL season on Thursday nights. I'm also back on Friday. Usually Jeff joins me, but he hasn't been on in a little bit. And usually we're all three on Friday, but Craig's got. This is the last week, right? Or no, you got playoffs too?
I do have playoffs, but they actually moved our game to Thursday, but I will be in the woods on Friday shooting Bambi.
Yeah, so. No worries. You do you. But we're all back on here because
it's supposed to rain Friday, the one day.
Yeah, it's supposed to storm pretty good. But other than that, there'll be a show on Friday. Look for Craig's hockey hat trick on Thursday afternoon. And that's all we got. We've had a lot to cover, and we've covered it pretty quickly. Huh? Pretty good timing. Yeah. So I'll take it. Thank you, guys. I want to thank you, anybody that jumped on here. We had, I think, the most viewers on live that we've had.
Yeah, 4 or 5, and then some new comments from the scouting and the
Night Shadow.
Night Shadow. That's interesting to see. So hopefully we're spreading the word on getting it out there, and we will be back Thursday for the hockey segment and Friday for all of it.
Cat's back. Yes. Hi, Cat. Where's the no invite, Craig? What if?
I don't know.
What invite? What invite we talking about, Craig?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or Cat? What? It's good to have you back, Cat.
Yeah.
You joined us as we were getting ready to sign off, but I owe you an apology. Not that I ever said the Chiefs are a bad football team, but the Chiefs look good. What do you think of the wide receiver you added from the Giants? If you are still listening, Kadarius Toney.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You'll see if the attitude issues fix themselves and
nice. The invite to go hunting. She wants to go hunting with you, Craig.
Yeah.
Where do you live, Kat, if you don't mind me asking that personal question?
So I don't know. I hope that for that I think Andy Reid straightens him out, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, other than the head case he kind of could be, he's got the talent.
And he had a good game against Dallas a couple years ago, and we'll see from there, you know.
Kat lives in California. Well, that's a long driver flight to come out and go hunting with Craig, but
yeah.
I'm sure we'll hear a story next week. if he catches anything. What part of California? California's beautiful, but we're here in Fort Worth, Texas. Good old Fort Worth, Texas. But anyways, thank you for joining us, Kat, and watching. She said good show. We appreciate you viewers that take time out of your day to watch us or listen to us on our podcast. So thank you so much for that. Craig, what do you got this week since you won't be here on Friday? What's in your locker?
We're wrapping up Thursday night. We're wrapping up the high school football. That will be we'll finish second in the district and roll into the playoffs. This could be their best year yet of a chance at going deep into the playoffs. We have senior night now, Thursday night instead of Friday, and the final band performance of the senior band member we have. Hunting and Cowboys got a bye week, so we could take that week off and refresh and get ready to come play the Packers in a couple weeks. Other than that, that's about it.
Which you'll be at my house for.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to regret having 3 Cowboy fans at my house when we lose to the Cowboys in a couple weeks. But I try to get out of it, but Austin them said, no, it's not happening. So,
yeah. We'll yeah, you better.
I'm going to hear y'all talking trash. I'm like, I know we suck. I don't know what else you want to tell you.
Yeah, it's going to be loud with them there.
Yeah. Well, you're not too quiet yourself, but I'm going to cook some food. We'll have a good time. I invited Chris as well. That's all I'm inviting, though, because I'm not trying to cook a whole bunch of food, but anyways. All right, guys, let's go be our show tonight. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Night Shadow and the Ultimate Scouting for coming on here and listening to our show, watching our show, and interacting with us. We appreciate you guys so much. Hope you guys have a great week. It's only Tuesday, but finish it off. I'm on vacation next week. Fantastic news for me. This week knows I'm on vacation because it's been a little crappy, but just get through the week and I'm good to go. All right, guys, God bless, and remember,
keep it outspoken.